Relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action. Coming to you live on this Saturday night. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, one of the great stories is Julius Randle becoming an all-star in New York. Randle said it's been a lot of hard work paying off. As a shooter, a passer, a leader, you name it, I've gotten to flip the script on my own reputation, while also helping with this larger thing we have going, changing the reputation of our entire franchise. Mission accomplished, Kevin.
Yep, he's big enough to handle it. His performance speaks loudly. Thank you, D.A. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. Look at New Orleans. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the third best record in the conference.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
Well, how could you? They're a team that's actually feared at this point, and that is legit. They go into every single game, no matter who's the opponent, and they expect to win.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. Randle and Robinson make up the inside pair. And it's Rose in at the point guard. And for the Pelicans, underneath in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Jones is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Snell in at the 3 slot. For teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge.
Sure can. And just getting on the same page takes some time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will help you do that.
McCollum. Here's Williamson. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Zion has great potential as both an offensive and defensive rebounder with that kind of energy.
We've been seeing athletic big men in the NBA now, Brent, for some time, but Zion Williamson raised the bar when it came to that department.
Well, there's no doubt about it, and it's this combination that is so strange for people to have to wrap their heads around when you get on the floor with them. You're standing eye to eye to him if you're 6'5", and you don't realize the power, the strength, the quickness off the floor, the ability to put the ball down on the deck. I mean, he's just something that you don't see every day. And it's the reason why Zion's one of the more special players in the league.
And to get open is Robinson, and it's Rose. This time the assist from Fournier.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Barrett kicks to Rose. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Rose. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
How about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
The drive by Williamson. That one drops for him. Williamson's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now.
You can see Barrett looks a lot more comfortable now from every spot, Greg, on the floor.
From 3, mid-range, the free throw line, When he knocks down shots, defenders have to creep up to stay connected. And that's when he can put the ball on the floor and get by people.
Rose scanning the floor. And to get open is Robinson. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Snell, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Fournier. Pulls up on the wing. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. To the middle. It's stolen by Randall. It's Fournier on the wing. Here he goes to the paint. Randall with the bucket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And it's Williamson missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's McCollum following the score by Derrick Rose. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 7. The Knicks with the lead. Barrett the pass to Fournier. Robinson with it. Inside. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Robinson. 10 points for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Pelicans.
And, Kevin, one thing you have to respect about Derrick Rose is that he's never stopped evolving. He's constantly adapting his game to best fit what his team needs.
For the Knicks, Noel comes in for Robinson. And Walker subbed in for Rose. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Down low, here's Hayes. Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. When you think about how Derrick Rose has changed, Greg, as a player, you see some of that in almost every facet of his game.
And, yeah, over the years, he's tuned his shooting and play style in lots of little ways. But what hasn't changed is his talent for setting guys up. He's got a great eye for when and where to drop the dime.
2 minutes remaining in the fight. 2 minutes.
Now Nance. Cullen passes to Hayes. New Orleans moving it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Alvarado. Here's Hernan Gomez. Nance with no one around. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time. Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
New York trailing. Here's Walker with the 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. New Orleans gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's McCollum. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
1:14 left here in the opening quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Walker taking his time here. Kicks it to Barrett. Will it go? The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
Well, RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. Last year, getting it done. He was around 19 points per game last year, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
Devontae Graham's checked in for McCollum. The Knicks also changing it up. Alec Burks checked in for R.J. Barrett. And quickly in for Evan Fournier. Passes to Hernan Gomez. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Randall with the ball, working on Hayes.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
That one goes in.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board, Clark, as we wrap up the first. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Coach Tom Thibodeau has made his mark with this crappy New York Knicks team.
He has us all bought in. You can't really ask for more than that. A coach who's going to lead us and have everybody buy in, and we're seeing the results.
Right, we see it every game. They certainly play hard for him.
And getting that level of buy-in that Randall describes, where players are ready to run through a wall for you, says a lot about Thibs' ability to galvanize that locker room.
That's his first personal foul.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jackson Hayes. He's out there with Larry Nance. And Gomez out there with Devontae Green. And it's Alvarado in at the one spot. And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Here's Burks. It's deflected.
It's not with extreme athleticism that really gets to that shot, but the anticipation and the timing, those help.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Robinson against Hernan Gomez. Here's Alvarado. No good on the triple. And Walker's got the ball here for New York, getting their first of the season at this Pelicans team.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago, and it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And Kemba Walker, traded to the Thunder this offseason, was subsequently bought out before joining the Knicks. Walker and the Knicks seem like a perfect fit. You just hope Walker can stay healthy at this stage of his career.
Graham against Walker. And the basket is good. Graham's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. Burks with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Rose, he's checked in for Kemba Walker. Quickly against Jones. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Williamson finds Snell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And great with Devontae Graham. You know he's going to shoot it. He has no hesitation letting it fly.
I mean, he's a solid three-point shooter who believes he can make any shot. About 2/3 of his shots all come from outside. So you know exactly what you're getting with him.
Here's Rose. No good that time. Good D by Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
The Knicks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Pass to Burks. Now the pass to Rose. Pocket 6. Over Valanciunas. Here's Robinson. And the layup's good off the glass. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, sometimes it's like a patient that's struggling to breathe. You just got to keep the play alive, and Robinson able to do that there.
And finished off by Williamson.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Pass to Quickly. To the inside. Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
So he's just too big and too athletic to be given that kind of position. Mitchell Robinson, an easy deuce.
Graham kicks to Valanciunas. And that one is good. Valanciunas has got his first basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
New Orleans making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. And then for New York, Julius Randle's checked in for Nerlens Noel. R.J. Barrett comes in for Alec Burks. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Quickly. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Williamson. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Rose in the post, working on Williamson. And Barrett gets it to go. And Brent, some interesting family history here. Your dad, Rick, brother John, and you all ended your careers playing for the Houston Rockets.
The next time, Kevin, that you and I are broadcasting a game in Houston, I'll walk you across the street to the Barry Cemetery, and we'll take a look at the headstone.
Rose passes to Barrett. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I had a chance to check out some stats for Zion Williamson. Coming off a terrific season, putting in about 27 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
This is his specialty. He sits on the bench, he gauges what's happening offensively, and he comes in and sticks the opponent's top scorer to freeze him out.
Walker's checked in for the Knicks. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
They're just one of those guys who you can see the competitive drive that he has. He's a hungry player. He's young. There's no doubt he's going to get better. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Walker the pass to Barrett. To the paint. Here's Randle. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his personal.
And how about Randle just collecting and absorbing that hit and still fights to get his shot off.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for New Orleans.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, all those turnovers made it a scrappy game, which suits them. They caused a lot of chaos with their defense, which played right into their hands.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Knicks. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money. Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Passes it to Robinson. Now Walker. No good on that one. Good D by McCollum for New Orleans. They've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. And Williamson throws it down.
Yeah, pretty dialed in right now as Zion is hitting everything. The team hoping he can maintain this.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fournier passes to Randall. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Randall's got the game tied up here for New York.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Walker against McCollum. There's the drive. Doesn't get it to drop for him. It's a tie game in New Orleans. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. Your team has found success when they've gotten the ball into the paint.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Zion Williamson was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 17 points and 4 rebounds. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And over to Ken. Your thoughts on the Knicks' first half?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much better brand of basketball. That bodes well for them the rest of the way.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Well, for New Orleans, shooting so well, 63% the offense working as one cohesive unit. And New York, looking at who they've got. Randall and Robinson make up the inside pair. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. And it's Rose in at the point. Here's Randall. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got 5 rebounds tonight. McCollum, no good. And it's the Knicks with the ball. And here's Randall. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big that won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense to him, but, boy, you can't teach size and athleticism, and that's what he brings to the party.
The Knicks shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Williamson, and he comes up with the deuce.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
A 3 from McCollum. Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4. Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Pelicans trailed by 5. McCollum outside. Outside, Jones. Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Some changes for New Orleans. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Nance comes in for Zion Williamson. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Jones. And then for New York, Nerlens Noel checks in for Robinson. Quickly comes in for Fournier. And it's Burks in for Derrick Rose. And Barrett gets it to go.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Here's McCollum. He's got 9. To the middle. Here's Hernan Gomez. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Randall against Nance. Barrett. Rebounded by Snell. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's McCollum. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
There's Noel. And he converts the layup. And the Knicks lead by 4.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
McCollum kicks to Snell. Back to McCollum for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Kemba Walker is checked in for New York.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. It's stolen by Nance. Hernan Gomez finds Graham. Down low, here's Nance, and he hits it to tie the game up. Nance has got 5.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Quickly against Graham. It's deflected.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
For the lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Kemba Walker picks one up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Pelicans making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Right side to Walker. They get a hand on it. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And the jam by Larry Nance.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
Now here's Walker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Over Hernan Gomez. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kemba Walker.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Hayes, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Out to the right wing. Here's Alvarado. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. So for the Pelicans, Valanciunas comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Jones subbed in for Javonte Green. The Knicks also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for R.J. Barrett. Fournier comes in for Alec Burks. And it's Rose in for Quickly. Hayes with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. The Knicks pull it in. Good. Valanciunas has got 6 in the quarter.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Here's Walker. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Nance. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Fournier. Taken away by Hayes. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And so here is New York. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Pelicans ahead as they end the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Jones. Larry Nance out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Alvarado in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Well, you add to that their block totals tonight. They've been very feisty and active on the defensive end.
Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. Rose passes to Fournier. Rose against Jones. Shot clock at 6. Outside Rose. Kept alive by New York. And finished off by Robinson.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
2-possession game now, but he'd still like to have back that one he missed.
Knicks trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Randall. A second chance effort. To get open is Robinson. Here's Randall. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Alvarado. They get the rebound. Williamson against Randall. Second chance shot. And Williamson with a nice bucket inside. Williamson's got 19 points.
You just love it when you can pick up those extra possessions, and Zion's the guy you want doing that.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Complete it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. A tremendous Mobile One block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the basket by McCollum.
Assisted.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Knicks. Outside Fournier. And to get open is Robinson. That's it. And the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Fournier.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in front of him.
That free throw good from Williamson.
At the line for New Orleans.
And both free throws good for Williamson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. McCollum against Barrett. The shot, no good. Good speed from Valanciunas. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Rose kicks to Barrett. Here's Randall. Crafty move. And to get open is Robinson. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Randall.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Derrick Rose.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his...
Okay. Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, gets over the defense and easily finds the rim.
Rose against McCollum. Pass to Randall. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Count it. McCollum's got the lead back up to 6 now for New Orleans.
Not bothered by getting hit on that play, probably because CJ is capable in the air to make an adjustment.
The pass to Randall. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. Pelicans leading by 6. Here's McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Rose.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
At the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 1:39 left here in the 4th quarter. Now Rose. Pass to Randall. Over Williamson. And to get open is Robinson. That one rolling around and rims out. Here's McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his 3rd.
Well, McCollum is pretty deft at changing speeds, and that time he did it driving to the rim.
And a tough break is his 2nd attempt at the line. No good. Here's Rose. That's in. A 7 for 12 now in the game.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's McCollum. And it goes down 2 points. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pelicans.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up gives him no hope of affecting that shot.
New York's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Trying to get open is Robinson. Randall no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Rose against Williamson. Passes it to Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williamson trying to free himself up. No good from Valanciunas.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
2nd team foul. Checking in for the Knicks.
Inside. Pass to quickly. Here's the 3. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. They could stretch the lead to double digits.
I mean, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable position.
Lewis against quickly. Lewis with it. So New Orleans wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.